Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest album from Genesis, Owusu, Smiling with No Teeth. So this is the debut album of the Australian rapper who is kind of just hard to label as just a rapper because there is actually a lot going on this album. Stylistically, he covers a lot of different grounds in hip-hop, yes, but also R&B, soul, and funk music, and even like some various strains of like rock and punk at times. And I mean, it's kind of hard to pin down his sound as just one sort of thing, because just all that ground that he covers. But I guess the closest thing kind of reminds me of right off the bat is someone like Thundercat. But I mean, it's a lot less speedy and spacey feeling overall, and there is a lot more noticeable engaging playfulness, especially in the bass lines. They remind me a lot of like Gorillaz. The way that this album kicks off though with the track On the Move, I thought I was in store for like some kind of Death Grips ripoff. I mean, his vocals sound almost identical to that of Ride on Blackjack from the Money Store, but that's pretty much where the Death Grips comparisons kind of stop. There's a good handful of tracks on here that have really catchy melodies woven in and just have like a good feeling overall. Like the tracks Don't Need You or The Other Black Dog, or even the track Drown that features Kieran J. Callanan of all people, but also the track Waitin' On Ya, which I think has maybe my favorite chorus on the whole album. Super catchy and memorable overall, and the track just kind of operates on this vibe that just kind of like goes with a really steady mid-pace groove, which kind of actually ends up being the song's Achilles heel, I think. I mean, it just kind of feels like the track is dragged out too long. I mean, it really could have ended probably around the 4-minute mark with that extra 2 minutes added in at the end, not necessarily being fireworks. Whip Cracker is another one that just kind of feels a little bit too long, but this time it's in the intro. I just don't think it needed to be like a full 2 minutes long overall, especially since like the building groove doesn't have any type of layers that are added in, which is kind of disappointing. I don't know, because like the switch up that happens is really great. I mean, it's got these new wave, post-punky kind of vibes, almost like, you know, it's pulled out of some kind of Talking Heads album. Black Dogs was another interesting track right in the middle. It's kind of like this dirty punk rager with a really killer bass line and all of these icy guitars that are layered in. I really wish there were more tracks like this on the album, because I mean, Genesis just fits into this vibe so well with his commanding vocal presence. And the record sort of closes with a mixed bag of sorts. You have the track Easy, which has a ton of more Gorillaz vibes going on. I mean, it sounds like something that could have been plucked off of Humans. A Song About Fishing is a pretty chill ballad that goes over pretty decent, or a little bit better than I thought it would. Almost sounds like he's trying to do his best like Velvet Underground interpretation on this track, maybe from like the Loaded era. However, No Looking Back was a track that I just could not get down with like almost whatsoever. I mean, the melody on the chorus is almost identical to the Full House theme song. I mean, it just kind of became really distracting to me. But overall, I did think this was a really enjoyable listen, pretty solid debut. I really like the energy that he brings to the table, and he has a really wide variety of influences that I enjoy that at times come together really well, at other times maybe not as well. So yes, there are some tracks that definitely do pale in comparison to others, but if you are interested in sort of like left field hip hop that has fusions here with like R&B and other things of that nature, I mean, definitely give this a listen. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 7 over here on Smiling with No Teeth. Now, I'm going to have links down below in my description box to Genesis's website. This did get a vinyl treatment. It looks like it's on standard double black LP, and there's a couple deluxe bundles that I think are still available. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and share, and if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.